I'm a very creative type of person. So doing something almost robotic where you do the same thing every single day, it was driving me
Yeah,
nuts.
I don't like that.
Yeah. And unfortunately, when you're unhappy in the work that you do, it eventually bleeds into your personal life,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like you can only hold on to that for so long. So in that quest, I remember, my husband and I got into an argument and I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what our parents warned us about, that we were going to have hard time financially and that, getting married young is not a good idea. All the fears that I had about doing this was just showing up in my face. And at that moment, I realized I have two choices. It's either I leave this marriage or I make it work. And I was not just someone that, would just give up on a person, especially a marriage. You're committed to
Yeah.
this marriage, right? And so we made it work and we spoke about it, found out the root of why we were frustrated, we were angry, we were sad about the life that we were living, and we started talking about our vision, what we really hoped for when we got married, what our dreams were. We started to rekindle the dreams that we had as individuals and now combining them as a married couple and figuring out together, okay, how can we make that happen? Because our marriage doesn't have to be the end of our dreams, right? And so from then on, fast forward a year later from that conversation, we ended up leaving our warehouse job and I started just diving deep into how to get out of debt. So we left that job with no debt, eventually got into more debt because I didn't have a job waiting for me when I quit that job. But hey, you're young. We didn't have
Yeah.
kids yet. You're a little bit more bold and
Yeah.
crazy. So we took that leap and my husband eventually got into insurance. He started earning commission. He was really good at it, excelled so quickly in his career in the insurance industry. And here I was, really trying to understand the root of our finances. And I researched how in the world do I get out of debt? And, back in the day, blogs were so popular. And I found this Canadian who was talking about how to get out of debt, started following him, and he started talking about online, earning money online. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this a scam? It wasn't very popular back then.
No, it wasn't.
No. So I remember he was selling this course for $30 on how to publish books on Amazon because that's how he was earning money online. And I said, okay, $30 back then was like, oh my God, that's like a lot of money for me, especially when you're in debt and you don't have income coming in, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Look, this is how I shifted my perspective. When I go and eat, let's say even a fast food restaurant, I easily spend $30. So I just considered it money gone. I'm going to invest in this. And if it's fake, if I get scammed, whatever, lesson learned. So I invested in that course. I think it was like $36 or whatever. Actually followed it to the T. And then I started earning like $2, $5 on Amazon Kindle. And I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is for real. And that was basically the start of my journey into, diving deep into how can I make this an ongoing income earner for me? How can I actually earn money? How can I do what he's doing? Being a coach and just improving yourself and helping others along the way. So that's my story of how I got started in this whole online gig.
Oh man, that's a good story. The thing about marriage is there's no blueprint. There's no like book. There's no like classes. I think a lot of times, at least from my experience, and it sounds like you're like, yo, your boy is back. I got to get Paige back on here. That's that was a good interview. She did. What was that? 2 months ago? Yeah, about 2 months ago. That was a good interview. I got to get her back on here. What's up? He said American women have enough products to keep the box. And see, I know y'all. Yeah, so yeah, woman. Yeah. Well, I never met a husband. I can only assume, you know. But she's cool. Paige really cool. What up, El? What's up, man? El Nixon, the voice of reason. What's up? Yeah, but I gotta. You saw. You said where is she from? The film. Man, I forgot, Michael. I forgot. I really forgot. To be honest, it's someplace I never heard of. That's all I can tell you. I mean, I really, I forgot. She told me, but I forgot. You saw the title and it was like, oh, okay. Yeah, this is a good topic to be, It might sound crazy, but it's really a good topic. I've heard this argument in the 90s. Exotic versus domestic. The survey says exotic. Well, what's exotic? What's exotic, Dartmouth? What's exotic to you? Don't tell me white women are exotic. Caucasian women are exotic. Don't tell me that bullshit. So tell me what's exotic to you. Don't tell me what you think white women are exotic. I'm about to call bullshit on you. You didn't read where I said Western stuff is trash. I don't necessarily agree with that, Michael. I had some Liberian. Well, they're black, bro. A black woman in Liberia of a different tribe. We're like the same. We're part of the same tree. No, we're part of the same root, just a different side of the tree. That's all. That's all it is. It's like it's like a black woman that's from Brazil. We're from the same root, just a different side of the tree. That's all it is. So the Karens. Don't tell me them damn Karens is exotic, man. Come on, man. We doing that today, man. Dartmouth. Come on, man. Exotic originated in a characteristic of this distinct foreign country. That's the best definition you can give. That ain't got nothing to do with the damn woman. Well, it could be a man too. Women see certain men as exotic. That don't got nothing to do with the woman. Nationality. It sounds like you're just talking about a nation. I'm not talking about nation. I'm talking about a woman specifically. You said it's trash? God damn, Michael. You hardcore, man. You're hardcore, man. God damn, man. Nah, bro, they police lookout. Who police lookout? Oh, Karens? Yeah, well, a lot of them Karens are police lookout. If that's what you mean, El Nixon. I agree with that, if that's what you mean. I definitely agree with that. They do. I've had Karens call the police on me, man. And I didn't even know it until a cop told me. After about the third time, he came out and he told me, hey, man, get in my car. Let me take you for a ride. He told me that he pointed the white woman out that called the cops on me like 3 times. Yeah, but their leaves grow from fertilizer. Women leaves grow from bodies. Man, you crazy, man. Man, you crazy, man. So you talk about the Karens, okay. Man, Michael, you crazy, man. Man, you wildin', man. Like there's some I mean there's some good there's some good women out in America, man. Can't you can't throw all the women in the sewer. God damn, Michael. Look, I know a lot of good women in America. You know, I know a lot of good women that's in America. I mean, unfortunately, man, a lot of us are not going to be able to travel overseas like that. And it's not as easy as you think when it comes to meeting people in our countries. It's not as easy as you think. And you got to think about it like this. A lot of these women in these other countries, why would they take you serious if you're just a tourist? If you're just coming in and out, I don't know the next time I'm gonna see you again. Why would any woman, or why should she take you serious? We just having a good time. It is what it is. But why should I hope to see you again after you leave? You got to ask questions like that. You know what I'm saying? It's true. Yeah. Michael's wilding, huh? Yep. Put me on. Oh, you want to come on? I'll put the link out in a minute. If a woman has a dimple and she has a very short box, I have no idea, bro. I don't know. I'm saying if she's worth it. Let me put the link out here real quick. There you go. Like, share the video. You know, I want to hear what Michael has to say. This shit is hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, but you know, I mean, why should any woman like?
Hey, brother.
What
How
up,
you
man?
doing? I
Good,
need to
good.
get I need to get my own channel. You told me to. I keep not doing it. See, the problem with America, for me, for Western women, is the cycle. The cycle where, all right, there's good women. I have no doubt about that. And then their standards are way too high. And I understand that, to a degree. But you have to know after a certain time period that your standards aren't good. After a while, that's insanity, of doing something over and over again. Another thing is that these good women, and I've listened to this conversation several times, they let abusing women go. They let them do whatever. They let these playing women go and do whatever they want. And it's like they're on a deadly cycle. I can't keep doing that. There's more reasons for me to leave than to stay here. And then the government has these laws where
Yeah.
it's allowing them to do pretty much whatever they want and make whatever mistakes they want. I mean, I can't see how that's a healthy environment. Not
No,
for
no,
me,
no,
not for raising a family. You
no.
can look great. Excuse my terminology, but you can have great pussy. That's good too. Big old titties, whatever. But you can find that anywhere on the planet, really. You know, as Kevin Samuels says, that comes standard on every woman, right?
Yeah,
So, but that cycle of nonsense cannot continue. And I know that many men can't afford to go out of country, but many men have been building businesses outside of the country,
oh
and
yeah,
it's working.
oh yeah,
You know, especially for black men, it's been a miracle. You know, and I want to do that too. And I'm just, I'm tired of this country. It's too much nonsense. I got to deal with crazy people not want to put masks on. You got to deal with crazy people doing this, doing that. They killed 900,000 people vicariously for stupid shit. I can't continue to do this. This is nonsense. I got to go somewhere where it makes sense.
I
I
feel you.
mean, maybe I'm wrong.
No, no, no,
Maybe I'm wrong.
no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Only thing I would say is,
I'm just saying it's institutional nonsense. There
oh
has to be a point where you stop.
yeah, some people just get tired. But the only pushback I have is
Go on.
it's not going to change until we change it. Women are not going to change,
But
and
how can we change something where they're saying we're in control of it, but they're actually in control of it?
the
And
women,
then the only reason or only way we're going to get out of it is if we give them a drought. And
yeah,
we're not going to give them a drought by staying here. I mean, I'm sorry, we got to get something from somewhere.
no, you got
It's,
to ignore them. Forget their standards. Their
yeah,
standards,
but
their standards shouldn't matter to us.
their standards matter to them. That's different. I can't control their standards. I'm not going to tell them what to
And check
do.
this out: most of their
Yeah,
standards
are
is
unrealistic.
some delusional shit.
Yeah, they get it from they get this stuff where they want something exciting from all these romance books, from these movies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Real life is not like that.
no,
It is not like that. There's people trying to survive off $1 a day, and you making complaints because your man isn't making more than $100,000. I'm like, come on, you can't do that. That's unrealistic. Now, I'm
yeah,
not saying the economy is helping us, but you shouldn't be fighting your man over it or the men in your community over it, whether they're black, white, or whatever. You should be fighting the system. But instead of fighting the system, they turn around and pointing the fingers at us.
yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, yeah.
It's institutionalized. It can't be controlled, and we have no control
No,
over it.
it can be controlled.
Let, let's put it
We
let's
just
put
have,
it this way.
we just have to figure it out.
Let's put it this way. Let me give you one angle. Um, the simple fact of a woman, number one, lying about a child being a man, child, is not a criminal offense. The fact that a man can't sue the father of that child for money, and it's not a criminal offense for any money whatsoever, for the time you spent, the money you spent, and it's not a law. It speaks to the fact that the people in power are the top 20%, the people that are the judges, the politicians, or whatever in news. They would cover that shit and do fix that shit. But if they're in the process of doing the same things, being the top 20%, just being the cycle of making this shit a problem, what are they going to change? These men are not going to change that. These
No,
women are not going to change that, and they're
no,
going to keep it in lock because they're in the power of it, no matter whether we like it or not. And there's half of women in this country and half of men. We, some of us need to leave and make it uneven, because yeah, it's gonna make there be more women, but hey, let these so-called, and they're so-called alphas, because if you,
Yeah.
they're so-called alphas, deal with these women. I mean, you can handle some of them, but you can't handle all of them.
They don't.
There's
They don't deal with them. They just exploit them.
Yeah, but how many can you exploit at a time? There's only so many days in a week, so many weeks in a month, and you know what?
But
You gonna be rubbed raw by the end of
okay, let me
it.
let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
How did the people in control get in power?
They got voted in.
No, it's much deeper
What?
than that.
Okay, bring it to me. Bring it to me.
Injected, robbing, stealing, killing.
Right. Go
How
ahead.
they got in power. So that's
So you,
exactly what we got to do to
so
get
you
in
want me
power.
to, you want me to rob Jack and steal these people? I don't have time for that. I'm almost 50. Fuck them. I don't
Man,
have time for this bullshit. See, that's another thing too. None of us have time for this bullshit. You know what? I could be 20 right now. I do not have time for this. If I knew what I knew now, I would not have invested in this country as much as I have. I'd have walked.
you don't know. We didn't know.
We didn't know. But this is nonsense. It can't continue. It's just insane.
It's going to continue until someone takes power.
And so let me get this straight. How are you going to take power when half this country is women? 20% is invested.
Um,
Women, hold on. 20% of our total population, male population, is invested in this system, continuing to pleasure themselves and financially backing themselves. Then let's say 20 to 30% are busy being, what is it? Well, let's just call them simps. Alpha simps and beta simps. Let's call it that.
kick
They
their
being simps. They being simps. So they going to take their position on it, these women's position on it,
yeah.
and these other guys' position on it. So that's what? That's about 90%. That leaves 10% of us.
That's
I'm
90%.
not going
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to deal with that. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
so
do it. If
the number is the scale is always going to be smaller for
I'm
the real.
I'm not I'm
Yeah.
not going to try to change that. I'm I do numbers real well in my head. You give me some numbers, I'm gonna calculate it and I'm gonna work it out. And I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, no,
The only
no.
the point I'm trying to make, the only way women will get in line is if
Mhm.
we take power, take control. That's the only way.
But once again, that voting block, that total voting block, doesn't work. Even if we took 10% off of
It does
each
work.
one,
It
it
will
would be
work.
they would still be at 70%. That
They'll get
means we'd only have 30% chance
no,
to
they'll
get
get
it. How? How?
women follow leaders.
Okay. All
Period.
right. If those leaders are invested in the system to continue working the same way.
No. I think no. I think you forget the voting block.
Okay. All right.
Forget that.
I,
Let-
I agree that something as a power system, like say for instance, creating a party, another party, to
yeah.
do that, to be a voting block. I
You,
understand that.
you talking about
But
a
at the
local? You talking about on a local level or a federal level?
both, to be
Okay.
able to do
That
something and
stuff,
build
yeah, that stuff helps. Yeah,
to
yeah,
to build ourselves up and to build ourselves as a community.
yeah.
But also at the same time, I feel that I'm not going to name any names for that. I still want to be able to speak and breathe. But
Yeah,
you
because
know,
well, wait a minute. You ex-military. You know what it is.
yes, I do. But all I'm saying is that
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you jerking my
let's
chain, man.
let's just say if we were to create like a secret society or something like that,
Yeah,
because there's many here, to better each other and build each other up as a community or whatnot, and better ourselves as men or whatnot, and better women as well. we'd still have a system that we'd be fighting uphill on. And as I said,
Yeah, it would
if
be,
if if I was younger, yeah, I could deal with
but yes,
it.
it would be. We'd have our own little economy, our own little environment, and
Yeah.
those women in that circle would get in line, or they would kick their ass out.
So what you're saying is we start a business circle with everybody, blacks, whites, Asians, um,
Whoever
males.
whoever wants to get on the same page.
And
I've, I've, I've
I thought
actually
about that years ago,
I've actually
but
done
then
that before. Yeah, I've actually done that when I was in direct sales a couple years ago. And
well,
whoever wanted to be down, whoever wanted to get involved, cool. If the people that was on some other shit, kick their ass out.
well, I tell you what, we can build up a system for that. I can
Yeah.
work with you on it.
Now we're still under the same system. Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah, you can make a system within a system, an NGO,
Yeah, yeah,
a non-governmental organization.
yeah, yeah. But women are not going to change anything. They have no incentive for them to
No,
change anything.
no,
You
not
know,
at all.
you know.
At,
But
at
see, the
least,
problem. Let me tell you the big problem with a lot of women today.
right,
The good women don't call the hoes out.
right. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
That's
That's
the
one of the
problem with that.
that's the biggest detriment. They don't call them out at all, and then find a reason, any reason, to say that it's not their fault. If we've taken responsibility for so much, it's gone too far. We
Yeah,
can't do that. And I admit that, and that's from someone who would take the time 100% to try to not do anything and try to be positive in every angle I could find. But after the last 2 years looking at this, after listening to everybody, taking it from one angle and another and weighing it, like I said, I can't do this anymore. It's too insane over here. I'm
I,
like, imagine this in another country that's like this. That's doing well as far as socially, and you give them the chance to build up a commercially and everything like that. Would they still be like this? No, they wouldn't do this nonsense.
no, because they have
I,
a different. They have a different.
mindset.
The environment's different.
Right,
Yeah,
right. And so I'm like, I can't deal with this.
yeah,
It's everybody for themselves, and I understand individuality, but there
yeah,
has to be a point where we're all working together.
yeah.
And I'm like, Kevin Samuel says something the other night that is is the community more important than black women, or black women more important than the community? And this woman said black women. How is that possible? If I'm putting the community first, if my kids are putting the community first and see how I'm doing that, and my relatives are seeing that, how are you not doing that? How is that a
Well,
complete society?
a lot of black women feel like they part of a
Like they
certain group, a different group.
like their shit don't stink.
Yeah, a lot of them act like that. They act like they're a different group of people. Sometimes I'm like, what are you talking about? You're delusional as hell.
Right. Because this older generation, like right around the 70s and back, they don't have this problem. They
No,
don't act like this. This is something that's been learned.
yeah,
And I'm like, I mean, everybody's been saying the color purpling of the community, but it's been the Tyler Perrying of the community to all these different movies and stuff. It's insane. And I'm like, you've
Tyler Perry. Oh god.
of they've been reading too many romance books, looking for somebody to get on a pirate ship, trying to figure out how they can make a drug dealer into a saint. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
Grow up.
I'm sick of
Grow
them damn dope boys too, boy. You
grow
know
up.
that not the ones that used to sell dope back in the day,
Yeah.
and the entertainers now. I'm sick of them motherfuckers, boy.
But
You
you
know,
can get them out of that. I can get them out of that. That's not a problem. but these women glorifying it so much that what's the incentive for them to get out of it?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
they're incentivizing it for these young men that wouldn't even approach that shit unless they didn't go for that because they had a glorification of that.
Yeah. You know, folks.
Have a and I'm just like,
Oh man, you went out. You went out for a minute. You good now?
yeah,
You good?
yeah, I apologize. Somebody tried to call me.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
tired of,
it's
man.
just the
I'm tired of them
yeah,
damn a lot of these ex dope boys that turn rapper, and they
right.
all of a sudden they want everybody to listen to them. I'm like, what the hell? I'm gonna learn from you. I mean, what you gonna tell me to do? You gotta hustle. You gotta get it how you live. I'm like, what? Hey man, I ain't from the
Every
hood. I can't relate to all that. You ever
everybody's hustling.
ask some of these dudes for advice? That's what type of advice you're gonna get. I said, bro, I need a strategy
They
set.
ask me for advice.
Yeah,
They
because
they ask me for advice.
you know,
Right.
it's
Like
like,
tell them how to
go ahead.
like telling them how to get out of it. Invest in businesses, take yourself out of it. We used to tell them that back in the day. It was like, is this all you want? No. And then they listened. They did it. They dug themselves out. The ones that didn't got in trouble, went to jail, or wound up in the grave.
Yeah,
You know, but
yeah.
it's like today, it's a fashion statement.
Well,
That's the really bad thing.
they put the entertainers front and center now. They let them do the talking. Did you see they got
Hey,
Kim Kardashian giving advice, man? You see that shit? What she thinks she
well, you
accomplished?
know what?
Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Are you
Well,
fucking
here's a
serious?
question. How did it? Yeah, I saw that video, but let's see. How did her career start off?
By busting it open.
Where did it start from?
Your
Right
boy
on
AJ.
camera.
Yeah.
So, so I mean, I'm not hating on her, but at the same time, don't talk down to people that haven't got to your financial level. You know,
Yeah,
they're mentally up there.
what you gonna how you gonna what are you gonna what type of advice you gonna give me when it comes to starting a business?
Just telling me to get up there does not help. There has to be a path. There has to be a system. And if you can't do it, I mean,
Come on, man.
and plus you have to make sure that people aren't getting in your way.
Yeah.
Like I had a business and I was supposed to get $60,000 from the government and all this other stuff. And the only reason it's not in effect right now is because the SBC in Maryland, the Small Business Resource Center, they weren't trying to help me. So screw them. You were not trying to help me. Just a few things that I needed from you. All right, see you. I don't need to do that. I do not need to do that because if I'm about to make money for you and I'm about to be consistent for you, and I'm an inventive person, so I'm always looking for a way around a problem or a way to fix stuff, then how how is it good for you to not enable someone like me? That doesn't make sense. And I'm being patient. I'm not being aggressive, but I'm putting in paperwork. I'm asking questions, and you're not responding. And I know that COVID blocked a lot of things, but I kind of find it funny that they're capable of answering questions for other people. And no, I'm not just talking white people, but other people. So as a man, I feel like I'm being put off, isolated, not being looked after as
You
a
went,
human being.
you went through the VA for that service?
No, I went through Maryland's Small Business.
Okay.
development
Yeah.
development center.
Is there? Because I know the VA got this little connect. Is there a difference?
They do.
Is it VA?
Yeah, there's a
Is the
difference.
VA better or worse than the regular way?
It's it's better, but I have to do a few things, and I'm waiting for that upgrade. Once I get that to 100%, I'm locked. I'm locked.
Yeah,
So
it's always a
that would
god.
be the only thing that makes me stay here.
Yeah. It's always it's always a goddamn catch, boy. Tell you, boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
how's that going?
but if
How's your progress going with the VA?
yeah, okay, they played this game trying to say that I filed for my knees and my ankles and my shins back
Mm-hmm.
in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
But they knew I had flat feet, but they're saying that in my tendon snap, but they're saying that, oh, your knees weren't affected. There's no documentation on that in our records. And I'm like, I'm looking directly at it on the paperwork. It shows that I have it. And I've been to sick call at least twice a month for pain medication. When I look back on it, I begged them for pain medication, begged for anything more than ibuprofen or anything else, and they wouldn't give it to me.
Well, how was that?
So
How old was that paperwork?
um, it was like about a month or two before I got out,
What?
and
Oh,
then and that was in July, and then in August they filed it
so how long? Well, how long you
after I
been
got
out?
out
How long you been out?
since '98. Since
Oh,
'98,
you might need to get another appointment.
and
Yeah.
yeah, no, I got it together. I got to file another paperwork, but I didn't know that had
Oh.
happened.
Oh
But
no.
clearly in the
Yeah.
documentation it said that.
Yeah. Let me tell you, the VA. The VA got this little game where they want you to
Mm-hmm.
go to their doctor because the doctor
Uh-huh.
the doctor that they want you to go that's plugged the doctor that you're gonna go to, he's plugged in with the
Right.
VA. That's how it
Right.
works. The little game
And
they
I got
play.
it.
See, it's like
Right.
this.
I even got a knee replacement on
Yeah, see, if you can go to any doctor you want, but 9 times out of 10,
it.
if they
Right.
don't know who the doctor is, it's gonna be rejected.
Right. Right. Right.
It's a little
I
bullshit
got you. I
game that
got you.
they play. you know?
Right.
Yeah. See,
Right.
I didn't know that part because I thought, hey,
Right. Right.
if he's official and I got the paperwork, why does it matter? And they said, no, you don't understand how this works. No, go to
Right.
this
I,
company
s-
because he wants to get paid.
I right.
Yeah,
Because I snapped both my tendons in AIT, right?
yeah.
So advanced infantry training. So you knew throughout my military career, you wouldn't give me a profile to walk the PT test, which by the way, I could walk it faster than the base running. That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's stupid. And then I did push-ups and sit-ups. I maxed them, right? So I would have maxed that. And they didn't I'm like, why would you do this to me? You have me exercising like this twice a day, 6 days a week for 3 years.
Oh,
That's that's
so you tried
yeah,
to
that's mental.
put in a claim even before you got out.
No, I didn't even know it was put in for me. The flat feet thing, I didn't know was put in for me. I did not know any of that.
Okay.
They did it,
Well,
and I didn't know about it.
I didn't know about the flat feet thing until like last month. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that until last month. Really, because I have flat
Yeah,
feet.
well,
You know.
they said that I didn't have it before in the documentation, but they're saying that after I had it, but it didn't show up on certain parts of my form. So it was like, why didn't you put that in there?
Oh,
But you said that I had knee problems, ankle problems, and shin
I'm
problems,
talking about this.
and back problems.
Is at the VA hospital?
In my release form,
Military records?
on my yeah, on my discharge
Oh,
information and everything.
I don't even. I'm not sure if they put it on mine. To be honest, man, I haven't really looked. To be honest, but even if it's even
They
if it
got
is
they
even if it is on there, it don't really matter because they'll look at it
right.
and be like, "Fuck that, denied."
That that's like when I was throwing up blood in the military, and they knew it. They pumped my stomach like 20 times to get blood out, and then flew me to 121 hospital because I was in Korea.
Okay.
Yeah, and they trying to act like that didn't happen.
Yeah,
So
that's how it
yeah,
is. That's how it
look,
is. It's a game that they play. See, and check this out. If you play their game, you lose.
right,
That's how it
right.
is. And that's how real life
What
works.
what's the point? What's the point in being loyal if you're just gonna screw over somebody who's loyal to you? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's
Well,
the same as the relationships in this country.
we didn't know no better when
That's
we
the
was.
same as relationships. That's the same as that's the same as relationships in this country.
Well, I
I'm
don't.
like,
I don't
wait a
worry
minute.
about. I don't worry about that stuff that much. I give that stuff. That type of stuff is earned. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there it is, bro. So thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But thank you. I understand what you're saying. I understand. If you want to do that business setup, I'm good for it. If you want to do
Peace.
it, I'm good for it. But I'm
Thank
still leaving. Bye.
Peace. Oh man, that's funny. Mississippi in the house. All boxes same stuff. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Michael. It's mostly a mind thing, you know, mostly a mind thing. But other people, other guys, have said differently. That's why I wanted to talk about it. I know that nothing special, but one box to the next. I know that. I understand that, but a lot of young guys, especially, and even guys that I grew up with, would have said differently at the time until they got older and, they learned better. And now, they would say, hey, it's just a mind thing. It's 90% mind, 10% skill, I would say. In most cases. Now, if you're in another country, if the woman is from another country and you're over there, that's a little, I wouldn't say 90-10 then. I don't know. Because the reason why I say wouldn't say 90-10, because a lot of women in other countries don't get down sexually like we do. They don't see things the way we do. There's some things we do sexually here. Other women would say, hey, that's some homo shit. It's true. But how are they going to treat you? you know, that's usually how it is, man. I mean, you teach people how to treat you, basically, Michael. You don't. If somebody does something or says something you don't like, you let them know. You have boundaries. that they shouldn't cross. And if they choose not to respect your boundaries, you cut their ass off. So you teach people how to treat you. That's how that shit works. That's why respect is so damn important. Because if a woman doesn't respect you, she probably won't treat you well. Or not as well as you would like anyway. You know, she's going to be a whole bunch of no's going on. No, no, this, no, that. No, can't do it. Maybe so. I don't know. I'll get back to you. There'll be a whole lot of that shit if she don't respect you. If a woman respects you, there's no such thing as no, really. I'm like, hey, let's try it. You know? That's usually how that go. Let's try it. Let's take our time. You know, it'll be something like that. Especially an older woman. Yeah. Especially an older woman. If I'm in my 40s. You know, I might not look like it, but I'm in my 40s. A woman that's in her 50s, let's take late 50s, that I know some woman in the 50s. You know, there's nothing that I could come up with that they would be like, I ain't down with that. Sexually. And they never said no. You know, for real. And even the younger girls, same thing. It never, I don't think, well, no, none of them. Even my girlfriend, they never turned me down for anything I wanted to do. We tried it. That's it, you know. A girl that's not into you like that, you don't even need to waste your damn time, you know, with her doing anything extra. I mean, you know what time it is. You know, I mean, if you like to push the envelope, okay, knock yourself out. But for the most part, you know, you pretty much can pick up on certain things. You know what you can get away with certain women and you can't, you know, in most cases. If you're aware of who you're really dealing with and how she sees you. And the relationship that you have with her is very important as well. Like, they don't say no, they want it all. Exactly. You put it anywhere in an older woman. In an older woman, shit, you put it anywhere. That's been my experience. I mean, they ain't got, man, they ain't that. Let me tell you something. I told a woman, she about my age, she like 45. And I think she been single for a while, for like maybe 2 years now. And I was like, the next man you meet, the answer should be yes. And she's like, what do you mean? I mean that you should not be turning guys down for anything. The answer should be yes. If he wants to take you out, yes. If he wants to go home and have sex, yes. She's like, why do you think that? Because you're 45, 2 kids, the pickings are slim. You can't compete with these young girls out here. That's just reality. You know, regardless how good you look, you don't have them options the way you used to when you was in the 20s and 30s, when you didn't have no kids. And what are you trying to save? What are you trying to save the cooch? For what? For who? For who? Hey, were you trying to cherish it because it's sacred? It ain't sacred. You got 2 kids out of there. If you meet a single, I told her if you happen to meet a single guy with no kids, he's doing you a favor because he ain't got to be with. He can go be with a young girl that's with no kids. And I think she took my advice. He said it's still trash. Is it? And some older women got that snapback. Got the thunderclap. She ain't listen to her. I think she took my advice, man. I didn't think she liked it until I broke it down. You threw it all out there before. And their fathers weren't the first to hear. What? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm not taking my calls. Well, yeah, like, share the video, man. And don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast, man. And don't forget to leave me a review. I'm gonna put the link in here, man. I'm putting the link in here. You gotta put the link in here. Wait. Yes. Here. Huh? No, that ain't right. What the hell? No, that ain't right. How the hell? Why did shit do that? Copy. Okay, that ain't right. Wrong link. Why that shit come out like that? Let's see. There you go. Yeah, that's the link. Let's see. The only clap. Let's see what. The only clap they have is the clap. Oh God. I apologize for talking your ear off. No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. I will stay positive. Yeah, that's the podcast link right there. Yeah, that's it. Man, I didn't plan on staying on here that long, man. I just wanted to hear what you had to say. I think, I've been hearing this type of talk since the 90s, where a lot of guys actually think that there's something unique about the woman's cooch. Not unique about it, really. Some might be tighter, some might be looser, some might be deeper, but there's nothing unique about it, really. You might think it's something unique about it, but it's really all in the mind. It's really all in the mind, It's really all in the mind, man. And one thing that you might not know about a lot of women that are foreigners, there's some women that are foreigners, they don't like talking to us if we're a foreigner because they know we have high expectations in the sack. That's something you probably don't know. A lot of guys in America probably don't know that. See, you might have a woman that's from Japan, China, the Philippines, Mexico, or even South America. they some of them, it's not everybody, but it's a lot of them. They know we have high expectations in the sack. So they don't think they can live up to that. Even though they never even been with a foreigner. But in their mind, you know, they might not be able to live up to those expectations. So they don't even fuck with us at all. That there's a lot of women out here it's like that. It's just the women attached to it. Yeah. Filipina P just mentioned that. Oh, for real? Yeah, I like Filipina P's. I like Filipina P's channel. She say a lot of things that well, first, I don't know a lot about the Philippines anyway, and the people over there. I never been in the Philippines. So just hearing some of the stuff she was saying is kind of like, damn, I never even thought about that. I never even thought about that. Damn. Yeah, she's good. She got a good channel. But I'm like, the shit she be saying make me not want to talk to a girl from the Philippines. It kind of turned me off, man. Some of the stuff she be saying, bro. I'm like, oh, hell no. Bitch don't like oral sex? Hell no. No, man. I can't deal with that. No, I'll pass on the Filipino girls. I'll pass. Yeah. My relatives from everywhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, some of the stuff she say, man, turned me off. I'm like, God damn. Oof, it's kind of rough there. Yeah. God damn. This is why I always say the grass is never green on the other side. It's just a different type of grass. You know, it's just a different type of grass on the other side. That don't mean it's going to be peaches and cream on the other side. You're going to have a whole new set of problems on that other side, brother. So don't get it twisted. Plus, you don't speak the language. I'm not talking about the Philippines specifically, because they speak English in the Philippines. But you don't speak Spanish. You don't speak Portuguese. You at a disadvantage. So you're going to learn how to speak? Spanish, it ain't going to take you that long to learn Spanish. But it's going to take you a while to learn that damn Portuguese. Are you going to take the time to learn Portuguese? Let's keep it a buck. I'm just saying. Like Tampa wanting you to chase her when she's angry. Who's Tampa? Who's that? What is it? I like the brown grass over here. You said the grass is brown. Yeah. I don't know what color the grass is over here. How you know it's brown? Maybe it's burnt. I don't know, man. What? Yeah, man, do what you got to do, brother. Peace of mind. Peace of mind, man. Peace of mind is priceless. I always say, man, I always tell a lot of these young guys, do what you got to do that gives you peace of mind so you won't feel the need to kick in my goddamn door. That's what I tell a young Jew. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always say, man. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. Like, share this episode. Don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. And don't forget to check don't forget to check out the Patreon. Check out the Patreon. I've been dropping videos heavy over there lately. You know, don't forget to check out the Patreon, man. You're sleeping. Stuff I talk about on the Patreon, I would never talk about over here. So don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. You dig? You dig? Yeah. You know. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.